I will count to 3. At which point you will both fire. Ready? Ready? 1, 2. I said I would count to 3.
Didn't you say 3?
I said 2.
Oh, my bad. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Darkslade's Diaries, the video blog that asks the question, don't you have anything better to do? Well, apparently not, because here you are, but that's okay, because this week we got some stuff going on that I think you're going to find kind of entertaining. We have a new film project for Kid Stuff Films that's going to be not released till next year, but we're going to start production this year. We're in pre-production right now, and that means prop building, prop design, and this is going to be some cool stuff because we are putting everything we got into this particular project. Now, I won't tell you too much about the project right now, but I am going to show you as we work on different props, and this is a very prop heavy project. The scenes are going to be bigger, the sets are going to be more intricate and all that kind of stuff. We're shooting everything, pretty much most of it on location, but you know, when we do get the opportunity to shoot inside, we're going to have to be really ready for it, so there's going to be a lot going on. So we're going to be out on the Adventureland porch working on some of this stuff. We'll be in here working on some of this stuff. I don't know if we're going to get out on the road today or for this set, but we shall see what happens. So that is all the exciting stuff that's going to be taking place on this and probably on subsequent shows as the time goes on. So let's get going! Okay, well, we're out here on the Adventureland porch, and today we're not working on the Adventureland porch. We're working on some new props and devices for upcoming Kid Stuff Films, which currently has the working title of Knights, K-N-I-G-H-T-S. The story, I'm not going to get too deep in the story, but the main thrust of the story is there's going to be 3 kids that have entered another kingdom, another world, this time not unbeknownst to them. In other words, they don't just all of a sudden wake up and they're in a different world. This is something that they find out about and they find out they must do, and kind of like a Zeus vaccine. But when they go on this quest, all they have is a notebook, really, and a map. The notebook is one of the props, and it's a very important prop, and I'm going to be working on that for quite a while. Some of the other props are some of the things that they find that they need to use during their trip. One of those items is a bamboo crossbow. Now, everything that they find is like of a different region. So the bamboo crossbow is like if they were in the Adventureland porch. So to do that, we need some small bamboo pieces. Fortunately, I have a lot of small bamboo pieces. This one's really wet. This end. And we need a few other things. So we'll put this, let's see. I'll put this back in here. Okay, now some of the other things we need, and we need this both for the crossbow and for the hook, is leather. So what we have here is a whole bunch of leather swatches. All kinds, heavy, thin, all types of leather swatches. Look at that, that's a nice one. We have a whole bag of it here. And I bought this bag, these are all odd cuts. I bought this at Hobby Lobby, $10. And that's going to go a long way in this. And then the other thing we need is burlap. This is burlap ribbon, which you're supposed to use for like Thanksgiving and Halloween displays. And this is going to work perfectly for part of the grip of the crossbow. Now the design is cleverly stored in my head, which does not put it in the best of company. And we're going to get started on that right about now. You get the special effects for adding this. This is going to all be covered, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to let this set. Then all the corners will get wrapped. It's twine. And then this section will get wrapped with the burlap. And then this part will be done, per se. Then we have to cut our notch. Run rod through here. Remember, this is a prop. It doesn't have to be functioning. It'll function in the film. It just has to look the part. Okay, well here's the frame. And now we just need to make the cross piece, and then I'm going to take the back here and put a little bit of mechanism here so it can look like it will shoot at least. It will be shooting kind of like Vandor's bow did and Alex in the Book of Forgotten Tales. It will shoot kind of like an energy. It's going to be I'm thinking it's going to be a water energy. And they'll be able to, yeah. But it'll look cool when it's done. And I still have to wrap the handle here with the burlap. So there we go, so far. Okay, I'm going to do some work on the notebook. The notebook is a central part of the film. So the notebook is going to be very important to make it look profitable. And what we have here is a whole bunch of leather pieces it makes my entire apartment smell like a leather working room, which is actually kind of a nice aroma. Oh, look at this! Came with some leather strapping and narrower. Ah, what a deal for $10! My gosh, that's awesome. All right, so what we want to do is we want to make a book cover. Well, we won't need these for that. So we're going to look for 2 decent sized pieces. Our cover, this is approximately our page size for our little notebook. And this should be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we want our cover to be 4 1/2 by 5 3/4. So we are going to see what we have here and what we can use. That would make a good piece. I don't even have to measure that. Oh. I think we're good to go right there. Okay, so we need something to mark on this so I can do this. And you know what? I'm going to show you something. I got this in the mail. 4 days only, money play. Look at this, check it out. You're a winner. It says I am a winner. Here's the thing. It's time for Eddie's Weekly Grind. Yeah. If I am a winner, because this says you're a winner, this is the scratch off to find out what my winning is. One of these prizes. If I am such a winner, then how come it's addressed to Resident? That is not my name. I am not Mr. Resident. So how does it know I'm a winner if it doesn't even know my name? That's the question. Here's the answer. Pusha! Alright, now, the worst part is I have to clean that up. But that's not a big deal. You know, that advertising, when they advertise like that, I'm going to get down here and look at you, you know. When they advertise like that, it's just insane because it kind of makes your customers, basically you're telling your customer, you're an idiot! And we can make you believe these things. It's like that, you ever heard that one, the more you spend, the more you save?
The more you spend, the more you'll save.
Spend more and save more.
The more you spend, the more you save.
The more you spend, the more you save.
No! The more you spend, the more you spend! You may not spend as much, but you're still spending. You're not saving anything. If you save, you don't spend. No spending. Oh, look, I saved $20. Because why? I didn't spend $20. So anyway. Whew. That was a good one. All right, so let's get back to this here. So we'll go at 4 3/4 inches. See how close I got. Oh, right on the freaking money. That's what I'm talking about. When you can eyeball a straight line that close, that's pretty good. You're hearing the air conditioner, you're probably hearing a baseball game. The baseball game is on an AM station. I don't have a lot of AM receivers. The only one I have is in my bedroom. So I have my radio in my bedroom kind of cranked up so I can hear the ball game. We don't want to damage it too much. Then we got this little spot to trim right here. Right there. This little work spot I have here has been just charred and chewed up. There's our cover of the kingdom that the book originates from. And we're going to take a soft leaded pencil like so. And we're going to just fill in everything. Cut this up so it's easier to work with here. We'll see what we're doing. Away with you, use this piece of paper. Use the back of the pencil here. You probably can't see that, but it's kind of there. There's our emblem burned in. Okay, well, the real tricky part is going to be doing the pages, each individual page on for the book, and each page is going to have something different, and it's going to all be related. Now, as a viewer of the film, you may not see all of the stuff that's in the book, or in the notebook, but my actors will. And the concept being is if I give my actors good props that actually fit the situation and make it feel more realistic, because we are going to be shooting some of this on location, that it will enhance their performance because they will be more involved in the full storyline. Interacting with good props makes a big difference. When you're interacting with props that are obviously goofy, then you have a tendency to just treat it as, you know, a film sequence that you're doing. But if the props are realistic enough and have enough, enough pre-thought put into them and have a real feel of being ancient, have a feel of being a real item, then it'll enhance the performance of the actors. And I am using my best actors, actually. The three main characters in this are going to be played by Ramon and Cameron and Skyla. Now, Ramon and Cameron played Devin and Mike in We Will Fester Fur. They were the two main kid characters in We Will Fester Fur. In this film, they're playing the exact two same characters, Devin and Mike. But this story, even though this story is a comic adventure film, it's not quite in the goofy comic vein of We Will Fester Fur. In other words, we don't break the fourth wall on a regular basis. The jokes are not inside jokes. Everything maintains to the story. Everything sticks to the story. Skyla was one of the two girls who were sitting on the couch discussing how bored they were in We Will Fester Fur. There was the tall brunette girl who gets up and leaves. That's Kylie. She's actually playing the villain in this one. And then Skyla will be playing Cameron's brother, or sister. Cameron will be playing Skyla's brother. Yeah. Which is good because they're brother and sister anyway. Matter of fact, they're twins, which is probably why I just screwed that other thing up. So that's what's going on as far as that story is concerned, and that's all the info you're going to get. Let's get back to working on these projects, shall we? Okay, so we have our parchment here, our cover, and we have to take this end here. I'm going to take this. This is an oblong file. It's not round, it's not flat. We kind of go like this. This parchment was on 8.5 by 11. So now our edges look a little rougher, and it looks better. This is a clue for the movie. This is a short map, which basically is just kind of like filler dialogue, although they will reference it once. So it's coming along. Slow work, but it's coming along. Well, I got a lot of work to do here, and I'm going to keep at it for now until I have to go to work, and then I'll do it some more tomorrow, and probably the next day. So we'll have it ready for our pre-production meeting on Saturday. So I think for this session, we will say that's it. Next time, more prop building, and we'll see what else is going on. I'm really trying to get out on the road. I would like to get a road trip in before. I can't even think of a reason before. Just before too long. How's that? All right. So we'll see you on the next time. In the meantime, you guys have a great week. End of line.